Beyond just putting in things like row numbers, one of the other things that a lot of application developers need is paging. If I had thousands of products and I return back a full list of all those products to my user, that's going to wind up overwhelming the user or using up an awful lot of bandwidth. Fortunately, SQL gives us the opportunity to request only a certain block of data or use what's known as server-side paging. And this is done by using a fetch offset statement. The way that fetch offset works is that my offset is going to indicate the number of rows to skip, while my fetch is going to indicate the next number of rows that I want. Now, I know the syntax at the end is a little bit funky. You'll notice next 5 rows only. The only is optional. You can actually leave that off, but it is technically part of the syntax, so that's why SQL gives you the opportunity to put that into there as well. Now, the 2 little restrictions, you're not allowed to use top, which sort of makes sense because our fetch is going to indicate the number of rows that we want anyway. And you are required to use an order by statement, which again makes sense because how's it going to know how to order the data to go grab? Let's take a look at how to use our fetch and offset. I'm going to open up a new query window and I'm going to say select. And I'm going to use a row number function because this will give us an opportunity to see that our rows are being skipped. And let's grab the name and let's grab the list price from production product order by name. And if I execute this, what you're going to notice is sure enough, there's my row number, there's my name, there's my list price. Now, what I want to simulate here is I want to simulate paging by 10 and grabbing page 3. Now, if we were paging by 10 and we wanted the third page, what we're really saying is that we want items 21 through 30. Because if you stop and think about it, page 1 would be 1 through 10, page 2 would be 11 through 20, and then everything else, or page 3 in my case, would be 21 through 30. So what we need to do is we need to tell SQL to skip the first 20 items and then fetch the next 10 rows that it sees. And when I execute this, what you'll notice is that sure enough, we're now going to start at row number 21. And if I scroll down to the bottom here, you'll notice that we ended at 30.